This show is nominated for a 2026 Golden Lobes Podcast Award. Get in!
Hello and welcome to the Tyrant Training Podcast. This improv comedy podcast is where guests live out their power fantasies. I'm Kevin, the host, and every week I sit down with a new guest to find out exactly what kind of absolute ruler they'd be if they were given total control of their very own country. To introduce this next guest, I have to say that they are a comedian, writer, and author, and they're fine. You know, they're good people. Nothing too amazing, nothing too bad about them. They're fine. I'll try, and I might edit in later some like witty remark. We'll see how that goes, right? But we'll
think of something.
He's not from the Iberian Peninsula, and he's I don't know.
Well, that was, do you know, my best mate John. When we were in school, I remember the moment, because being Karl Spain, I would get Karl.
This is Karl Spain. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I get Karl France and Karl Portugal a lot. And he went, oh, here's Karl out of Mongolia. And I just remember being impressed with the actual creativity to go further.
Go as far as you could.
Yeah, just even like beyond Karl France or Karl's, like the neighbouring country. Even Karl Andorra, I think, would have been enough.
Lovely, yeah.
But I remember being impressed by that. And I don't know if the whole friendship is built on that 40-something years later.
Have you ever been to Spain? Sure.
Yes, a few times. Yeah.
Do you like Spain?
I do, to an extent. Are you going to twist this that I don't like myself?
No. How do you feel about yourself after?
I do. I like Barcelona a lot. I haven't been to Madrid. I've been to Valencia, Seville. I've been around.
Seville is lovely.
Yeah. But I was actually talking about going to Madrid recently. But and there's a comedy scene starting to pop in Barcelona, English language. So I've done gigs there before, but it was I'd like to make it a more regular stop.
I just, because when you go to a country like let's say if you're going on holiday, even, right? If you go to some countries, you're like, oh, that was a nice holiday, but you'll go to a country and go, that's my home.
That's my place.
Like that's my place. As I said earlier, I was like, oh, I love Norway. I've been to Oslo only, in fairness, a few times, but loved it every single time. But where I've been to like Portugal and Spain and Italy, where I'm like, yeah, they were nice holidays. So I was just wondering, did you go, oh, I've been to Spain, love it, I would die for Spain?
I like a European city, a big European city with the old architecture and just walking around. So like Prague, Vienna, Barcelona, Berlin, all places I've been in the last while. And I would do 20,000 steps a day if I lived in Vienna. Well, I think I would for a while. I was there in Austria for a week last year, and I just constantly on the move, just looking at stuff. Yeah. I just love it. I genuinely love all that. And I remember going to Paris 20-something years ago, and we walked around, myself and my mates walked around for the day. We got up, went out, walked a bit, had breakfast, stopped and walked another hour or so, had a coffee, walked for another couple of hours, had lunch. But we're literally walking around central Paris, and it was just like, I'm going, it's like, now we're in central Paris and it's all amazing. I was like, it's like a challenge to find a shit bit. That bit's been renovated there. That shop has been done, but it was funny. It was funny. And even one point we came around the corner and I was just like, just look at this. The women in Paris are just so beautiful. And we're walking past, and we nearly gone when we realized there was actually a fashion shoot going on. And it was kind of a funny moment. Oh yeah, the women of Paris. Yeah.
So you come back thinking or telling people like the women are beautiful, the men love their cameras. They walk around with cameras all day.
With these amazing lights, just to take. Oh my God, these girls are so gorgeous. And look, there's even a bit of a catwalk. They're just kind of done a thing for the shoes, whatever. But it was kind of funny that you just see that we're kind of standing around, I don't know, smoking, having a coffee or whatever, and you just see like 3 or 4 girls, and you just go, God, those girls are just gorgeous. And it looked, from where we can approach the scene, it looked like, oh, they've just stepped out of work, or they're just having a chat. But then you realize, oh my God, they're all models. Now we're going, so geez, should we recognize them? Or, is that supermodels or anything like that?
I'm going to play some out of context quotes that you've said about during your future interview.
All right, okay.
With the power of editing, you see.
Yeah.
Do it this way. I'm going to play them now.
If you're single and in college, you get cheered in my house. I'm not a fan of Christmas. Sharon doesn't want you reading her CV online again on LinkedIn. I'm here to see the movie, not to feel somebody up.
And now that I've played them and we both heard them clearly, I'd like to ask you, do you stand by everything you said? Why would you say those things?
I stand by those quotes 100%. My only worry is they'd ever be taken out of context.
Right. And I just want to be clear, you have a career in comedy.
At the time of the interview, yes.
Yes, okay. This is more like a deposition all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Karl, where do people find you offline and online?
Offline, don't find me at all, please.
You're the first person who said that. I've dropped that in and everyone's okay with stalking so far.
My cousin had 3 stalkers. Anyway, but I'll come back to that. Online, Karl Spain Comedian on Instagram is probably the best, even though I only share stuff at the moment. I used to post, there's lots of videos on there, and there's a special on YouTube from the Crackdown, and then there's a TV clip from the Crackdown on YouTube. There's probably other stuff on YouTube as well, but they were good things I did in the last few years. Bits, yeah. But Karl Spain Comedian on Instagram. It's funny, I've done big gigs to say, I say big gigs. I play to 400 people, and I'll say, "Oh, please follow me on Instagram," and I'll get 2 followers. And I play to a room of 60 people, just drop in at a local club, and I'd say, "Oh, follow us on Instagram." I'll get 3 followers, and it makes me laugh. I don't know what it is that people are one way or another going. It's nothing to do with the gig. Both gigs went great, or whatever.
You didn't come out of the 400 one going, "That was rubbish."
Yeah, I do feel cheap asking, "Please follow me. Please follow me."
I'm not able to. I've tried to say okay, I'm going to do more TikToks, and then my TikTok feed is full of these people who are like, if you want to grow your account, this is what you need to do, right? First, you need to do it. And I'm like, I hate this so much. I'm not doing this. There's just I'm not. That's not me. You have to be like yourself. You can't pretend to do other things. I'm like, that's not me. If I'm going to do videos every day, I'm just gonna have to chat. I was in
a green room backstage with a few comedians, and I was talking about that thing on Instagram. If you go to the search thing, and I said it's so many football news. It was during the summer when this happened. So if I open it up, it's just loads of potential transfers, football news, blah blah blah, meaning that's obviously what I'm searching the whole time. But I didn't say that. And one of the male comedians goes, "Oh, yeah, mine's just full of young ones wearing very little." And it's that collective thing of comedians going, "Let him hang himself." Let that old man who's probably my age hang himself with his thing. And I was like, "Oh, right. It's just, I don't know. It's just the algorithm's mad, isn't it?" And he was going, and I think he might have started coming round by the smiles on people's faces as to what he was actually saying. Well, I'm looking for, is Elliot Anderson going anywhere yet?
Before we get into this interview, I'm going to let people know you can also follow this podcast wherever you get podcasts online. Tyrant and Training Podcast on Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, or just me, Kevin Ryan person. Yeah. Oh, do you know, Karl? I don't know if I have them there, but you can go onto the Tyrant Training website and write in a question for the next Tyrant.
All right.
I have some bad ones for you. Yeah. So it's like a town hall sort of thing. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but you'll be fine. Okay, let's get into it. So I'm going to do this thing, right? I'm going to set up your island.
Yeah.
When I set it up, I'm going to roll. Are you familiar with Dungeons and Dragons?
I'm aware of it being a thing, but no.
Yeah. You've watched Stranger Things, have you?
I saw the first season.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's enough knowledge you need. Don't worry. You don't have to actually. You're not suddenly a gnome or an elf or.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up your island. Then I'm going to roll basically 100-sided dice. Right. What I'm going to say is whatever that number is your approval rating.
Okay. Is that really a dice? Can you have 100-sided dice?
Oh, there's D&D fans right now who are just like, "What are you talking about, Karl?"
That's in Dungeons and Dragons, is it? Okay. Sorry, I'll shut my mouth.
Called the RPG. I don't know what is it. I don't know. Maybe it's not Dungeons and Dragons, but yeah, why not? There is 100 dice. I'm going to do it on the computer though. That's going to be your approval rating, and that'll decide how well you've already done. But we'll set up your island for first things first, right?
Yeah.
When I say set up your island, it's because we don't take over a country. That's kind of bad, you know? So I'm going to show you a map of the world.
Right. Where would we be?
Would you go Europe or close to Ireland, or would you want to go far away?
I would probably go closer to Europe, more for the climate. Kind of maybe west of Portugal.
You go west of Portugal.
Yeah, just the climate's a bit better.
I don't think nobody has like selected there except down by what's the island down here? Where are we? Madeira. You wouldn't go that far down, no?
No, that's technically Portugal as well, but that's where Ronaldo's from. No, just kind of west of, I mean, maybe northwest between Portugal and France, kind of there.
In that little like gap, what's it called? The Bay of
Biscay, isn't it?
Biscay, yeah.
Yeah, let's throw us in there. But I mean, they might be seen as a threat strategically.
Are you already foreseeing that you'll have a problem with France and Portugal?
Possibly in Spain even. They might go, oh, what's he doing here? You know?
You may be at war with NATO.
Oh God, we already have to have nuclear weapons. No,
Would you want nuclear weapons?
I don't think so, no.
That's a maybe. I'm going to put your island here. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
Right in kind of the middle. Normally, I ask people, hey, what do you want to name your island? And I say, do you want to name it after yourself? You kind of have a problem with your name that you can't really name it after yourself unless you want
confusion
with Spain. Yeah, or
Spain
confusion.
2.0. The funny thing, when I was about 16, I would kind of have one zinger a week of something that would happen, and I'd say something, and people would go, "Oh my God, you hear what Karl said?" Mm-hmm. And it became known as, I'm trying to think who coined this phrase, but one of the lads was there one time, "Oh, Spain, you're such a Spain." So my jokey comment became known as Spain of the week. And whatever happened, and the pressure would be on then to come up with something funny or to say something funny to a customer. So I don't know if we can call it Spain. No, let's call it not. You know what went funny? Love Island.
Oh God! Wait, you're calling it Love Island?
No. That's again too much confusion, and that's an island in Spain, isn't it? Maybe just after like certain places named after explorers and stuff like that. Maybe after comedy hero. I can't call it after Emo Philips, who's one of them. You see, there's the issue. Then again, Emo Island gives the wrong impression.
You could be
Hicks Island. You know, maybe Connolly Island after Billy Connolly. Yeah.
Do you want statues of Billy Connolly around the place?
Murals.
Yeah, murals. Nice murals
on the side of the wall. I like a mural. I like a place I like artwork.
Good graffiti, like
good artwork. You know, council approved official artwork.
Yeah.
In places. There was one in Limerick before. It's gone now. Not far from where I am, up near King John's Castle. There was a mural, and then I saw the exact same mural in Utrecht. And it blew my mind.
Really? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what it is. But
there was a bald guy with a beard, and he's kind of looking off to the side. And I was like, that's fucking Limerick.
Are they twinned? Utrecht isn't twinned with Limerick,
no, it's not at all. Utrecht is kind of a student town, you know, half an hour from Amsterdam, whatever. I was doing a gig there, but it was just, we're driving in. Yeah. I'm just going, oh, that is just, it's a mad thing to see. You know what I mean? It's that thing of like, you know, imagine for America, isn't there like a similar Statue of Liberty in Paris? That they go, whoa, what's this?
Do you think it's actually like an agent in the Matrix is standing beside you going, look, he didn't put two and two together.
No. We just redecorated Limerick for him. He's never left.
It's a Truman Show.
This is the Truman Show. He's on Truman Island. So Connolly Island, maybe, and it would be, because of where it is, we'd have beaches, we'd have a nice climate.
Oh God, yeah. It's going to be nice and warm.
Bit of agriculture, be a happy place.
You can call like one of the centers or the streets Emo Street if you want, just to
Emo Philips Avenue or something like that. Yeah,
it's like Emo and then Phillips in capital letters, just to make sure people get the right
But
idea.
people are allowed to be emos if they want to be. Maybe there's 1 week a year we all dress up as emos.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do we have to? Do I have to?
No, we don't have to. But
Okay.
If someone suggests it and enough people agree, let's do it for the crack.
For the laugh. Okay. I have to. Now that we have Connolly Island, what's your official title as the ruler?
Maybe just the ruler. Yeah. A benign dictator, but you can't call yourself that.
No, that's like a good. Well, it's a good prognosis, but yeah.
The ruler. Our main ethos is just fun and
Relaxing.
less stress. Yeah, people just get on with their lives. Just get on without the bullshit. I'm a big hatred of bullshit in life. Yeah. Larry David gets cheered in my house.
Right.
People go, "Oh, isn't it funny when he did that?" No, it's not funny. It's the way things should be fucking done.
He's not a comedian. He's a philosopher.
A touchstone.
Would we be punishing anyone though if they call you Karl, or the ruler?
No.
Okay, it's just on official documents, the ruler.
Yeah. People would know what I do and whatever. There'd be no particularly regal robes or anything like that. We'd all know each other. It would be fairly relaxed and casual. And it's a bit of thing of if you just behave, you carry on and you're a bit of crack, you're happy out. If you didn't want to be a bit of crack and just do your own thing, that's fine too. Yeah.
Oh, no,
that's fine too.
Oh, okay.
It's the people who ruin crack. They're the ones that we will remove.
We'll isolate them, or we'll get them off the island. Okay, just let you know, there's 10 million people on this island. Is that enough, or is that too many?
Let's if we have the land.
Yeah, we have the land.
We have the room. That's totally fine. Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, what type of house do you want to live in?
Nice, not a huge size. A nice size house, but there'd be standard housing. So if you're single and in college, you get in an apartment slightly bigger than a bed sit. Once you get married, you get a certain house. Once you've kids, you can move on into it. Yeah, you move up, but you have to contribute with your job. You can't just kind of do it as a social welfare thing.
But
if we need people on social welfare for whatever reason, incapacitated or disabled or whatever. Yeah. We certainly look after those people.
So in your decent house, is it more?
The one thing I'll say about the disabled, and this could be the controversial quote, I take their parking spaces out of car parks.
I don't know whether to inquire why or just leave it at that.
No, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I never see a car parked in a disabled spot in a car park. Do you know, in a multi-story car park? Yeah. And it's because they've got spaces outside.
Right. Okay, I get you. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not against the disabled. It's against we better put in some disabled spaces. And you're going up and you go, oh, there's 2 spaces. Oh, they're not spaces. They're disabled spaces. And they're empty.
Yeah.
Because the disabled people are going, fuck this. I'm parking outside where I'm going. Yeah. And other people can pay for their parking. I got the badge.
So you're getting rid of parking spots for disabled people. That's just
no, that's not the quote.
Sorry.
He's passed away. There was a comedian, Ian Cognito was his stage name, and he had a lovely joke about I caught one of those disabled bastards parking in one of our spaces the other day. And it's a great joke in that it gives you a good feel for what kind of a comedian he is. The first time I saw him do it, there was a guy in a wheelchair, nearly fell out of his wheelchair laughing, and they're the great moments.
Yeah,
being an audience member when you're on at a gig, just being in the audience for a time is so much fun. Yeah, he was a lovely man, Ian. Not his real name. I don't know his real name.
With your house and everything, I was going to ask, do you want anything fancy in the house? Like, do you want anything more on a scale of backgrounds? Is it more like this or yours?
Oh, it's fairly basic.
Do you want a throne room or anything like that?
No. Just a downstairs toilet.
That's your luxury.
No. I think my luxuries would be kind of food deliveries, or maybe someone doing my laundry for me, or
Oh yeah, you
washing
can
up.
have staff.
Yeah. They'd be
Yeah.
back. They'd come in and do it. But yeah, or maybe it would be my bag of clothes would be taken away, brought back clean, late, whatever. I'd still have the same queen, Rachel, my partner. But no, I would fairly basic. Because what I would like would be, like one of my things is I buy the hard media of DVDs. I go into charity shops all the time.
Yeah.
And I'll have way too many DVDs, but I'd have not in the house. I'd love to have it in the house, but if I was in this case, I'd have them a massive library of things like DVDs. And the thing I think I don't know if it's done anywhere in the library, but I'd love the facility to go into a library and watch a movie with headphones and watch it on a TV and then leave. So you could go to a library, spend a couple hours in a, not in a private room, because I think people would abuse that in many different ways. But that you could just go on, put on your headphones, watch a movie. And I think it's a nice way, because you're near people, you have a sense of community. Someone goes, "Oh my God, Kevin, Carl, what are you doing here?" It says, "Oh, pause. Oh, nice to blah, 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 blah." And you're amongst people, yeah.
There is actually a type, definitely in Oslo, probably in Ireland, there's a type of library that does do that.
Oh, well, great. I'm delighted to hear that. Yeah.
It's called a cinema.
No. Not a cinema. These are free. These are free.
Okay.
Not hugely overpriced. I went to see Marty Supreme the other day, and which I enjoyed, but you're kind of going, oh, this is... I used to go to the cinema every week back in the day, when we had city centre cinemas. I'd go on my own a lot, and it was always weird. Even on a Friday night, you'd meet couples dating, and they go, "Who are you here with, Carl?" And I'm here on my own, and they're going, "What? That's so weird." And I'm going, "I'm sitting in the dark. Isn't it better?" I'm here to see the movie, not to feel somebody up.
I should mention that you have a comedy movie podcast.
Oh, you should, yeah.
Yeah, we should throw that in with
all
Paul,
on my own. All on my own.
So you're doing the heavy lifting on that.
With nobody else. Filmedy, Filmedy. That's what I was recording yesterday, a couple episodes with Paul Marsh.
Yes.
Who you've had on, and Johnny Camden.
I've had Paul on and not Johnny, but
Yeah. Well, there's a very good reason for that. Now, if he listens to this, he'll go, "What's the good reason, Carl?"
You said to me before, yeah. We won't get into that again. I'm going to ask you three more questions before I find out how much your citizens love or hate you, your approval rating.
Oh, yeah. Go on.
One very important question is, with your citizens, and either way, well, they may or may not be happy. When it comes to the boring parts of running your country, like how many traffic lights do you need, stuff like that, right? Where do you place them, whatever. Do you want to allow your citizens to vote for 100 politicians, 100 senators who'll deal with all that, but you have ultimate say, right? If you decide they're doing something wrong, you can overrule them. Or would you say, look, there's no voting, lads. You'll just pick people that you trust as your like inner circle?
I would try and find people who are good at that stuff.
Yeah.
And give them the job, whether it's 100, and then I would ultimately like to have the overruling thing. Yeah, it would, but let people off to do it. With traffic, just that you mentioned, in traffic lights near where I live, there's it drives me mad. I genuinely don't know why people do this, where there's kind of an awkward junction where you kind of pull out near here, and so trying to turn right, you're kind of a little bit blindsided, so you're kind of edging out and you're looking down. But because there's an off license on the corner, people will just pull in, almost double park or illegally park, block your vision. And you're there going, "Oh, this is really annoying. This is making it even more awkward." And you get out. And then when you turn, you realize there was 3 spaces together, like loads of room for the car to just pull in if they'd walk 20 feet. If they're going into the off license, they know, oh, it's just up there. Oh, there's spaces. Let's park here and walk the 20 feet. I don't know. It's that kind of.
That was Karl having another go at the disabled people.
It's not disabled.
Parking. I wouldn't allow him into off license.
No. It's no. I've seen them all. They're fine, and I know not all disabilities are visible. When I see them, they bring up my Tourette's. I'll tell you that.
But yes, no, I get that. That if you have an off license in corner shop, yeah, I can see.
It's selfishness. It's a lack of thought.
Oh, you're only going in for a minute.
Yeah, we went for a minute, but you realize that the consequences and whatever. The other one that drives me mad is because I'm on the road so much. I go to services, whether I use the bathroom, get a coffee or something like that, fill up with fuel. You're walking into the place and someone gets to the door and they may not have been there before. And the automatic doors open and they walk in and they just stop. Oh, where are we going? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Where are we going? And I'm behind, and there's other people, I might be behind the person behind them. And I'm just going like, oh my, would you just step out? Would you keep going until you go, oh, we should go back there. Back there is where we want. But this stopping, blocking the door, arms out going. And it's amazing how often you see it.
Spatial awareness.
Oh, it drives me. There was one the other day where there was a group of people met. There was two couples. Now, I don't know, they were like mother and child and blah, blah, blah. But they stopped and they stretched out and blocked the whole place. And one of the women realized, oh no, we're blocking the place. So tried to move behind the other one. And then the other one went, oh, and switched and just took up their space. And I'm going, oh my God.
You can't even be angry at that point. You're just forget it.
But I internalize it. I need to let this stuff out. But I can't. I'm worse at that. I'm just
save it for the podcast.
Oh, these people. Oh my God, these people.
It's a chill island, Connolly Island. Chill.
Yeah, this wouldn't happen. Wouldn't happen. You'd get your card marked if you did shit like that.
They have a card.
Just that's an expression.
It's a bit Kremlin-y all of a sudden.
Hey, Kevin, you were hassling those girls in Hooters.
I need to throw my voice into here so it'll ruin that. That won't be out of context. There'll be nothing there.
Sharon doesn't want you reading her CV online again on LinkedIn,
I paid LinkedIn Premium.
And asking her, have you got chicken wings? And she goes, yeah, well, fly down there and get me lasagna.
Hey, good thing I didn't say chicken breast.
Wow, can't believe you're sexualizing such a simple thing.
I'm an editor. I can get rid of this whenever I want. The other thing I should ask about your people, and then we get into your approval rating, is stereotyping is wrong, but on this podcast it's fun. So the Connolly Islanders, what's a positive stereotype that the rest of the world would have about them?
They're fairly chill. They're
chill people, relaxed.
Yeah, they're chill, but they don't have that annoying Australian accent.
They have a Tipperary accent.
Not a Tipperary accent. No, I don't. I get told I don't have a Limerick accent. People would go, "Oh, where are you from?" And I go, "Limerick," but you don't sound like you're from Limerick. One guy to sound like to be from Limerick.
Yeah.
So I think I sound educated Munster. I call it.
Right. I'm gonna. Can I claim that?
Yeah, work away. But it's that thing of sometimes you'll hear it. I do find accents weird at times, that. Oh, I talk like this because I'm from Cork. But if you were born somewhere else, you wouldn't talk like that. So you're choosing to sound like that, or people choose
kind of putting it on a bit harsher.
Yeah, and when I was growing up, there'd be people who would be fairly middle class, and I'd have known them, in primary school, and then suddenly in secondary school, they're a bit more Limerick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're kind of just sounding a bit more street than they actually are.
Yeah.
And you're kind of just looking at them going, where's this after coming from? But my Connolly Island would be a mixture of accents. I think it would be an island for people who you'd have to not earn your right there, but you'd have to earn your right to stay there, with your niceness and soundness. And you go, you might be tipped on the shoulder going, this isn't for you, mate.
Out into the ocean.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't necessarily drown them, but
I don't think you can just send them to another country, can you?
You would send them back to where they came from. That sounds very right-wing language. But no, people are welcome from anywhere, but you'd have to be a sense of community and a sense of chill.
Yeah.
One of the things I'd like to do, they go like, oh lads, Kevin's a bit pissed off recently. His work project wasn't a success. he's getting a bit down. So we'd actually organise like a group of people to go and sing on your front lawn to cheer you up, or cut your grass, do your jobs for you, paint your house, and cheer you up.
What if that annoyed me? Like, if I'm here going, I have a day off now, thank God, and then you're outside with 10 other people belting out "In the Name of Love" or whatever you choose on. I'm like,
let us slip away.
I'm like, fuck's sake. Do I have to invite you in now, or are you going to like? Can you go away, please?
It would be stuff you like. It would be like, your favorite little pastries. It would be, we'd know stuff about you, and we do all that to cheer you up.
Okay.
And you'd go, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't be so down. Put a smile back on your face and go, come on, remember where you were. You're on Connolly Island.
Sounds threatening.
It's not threatening. It's fun.
Okay, it's fun. You're having fun. By the way, I should mention, for people who aren't in Ireland, people who are listening outside of Ireland, when Karl says he speaks with an educated Munster accent, he's talking about the province Munster, not the family.
Thank you. Yeah, it probably is. Is with my head a bit of a clarification needed.
Just for anyone who's wondering. Here's the thing though, what's a negative stereotype people outside of the country would think about?
That we think we're better, even though we wouldn't say it, we probably do, because we're having such a good time. There's a sense of smugness, even though I'm not a fan of smugness. I'm not a fan of it, but it would be that thing of, they're so smug because they got it all right and they've just such a happy time, and everyone has a job of sorts,
The horses on your island are noticeably higher than other horses. Do you know that?
Is that a expression?
That's a joke. Yeah, on your high
horse. Oh, high horse.
There you go.
Sorry,
see?
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Karl, I'm going to send you more of those as this will work in stand-up, won't it?
Yeah.
I have 900 of them.
I'm unsaddled by your horse humor.
Beautiful. I am going to check now and see what your approval rating is, right?
Oh God, yeah.
You'll be fine, right? We haven't even done anything to the island yet. I used to just set this as 98% of people love you, but I decided it's more fun to roll a dice. Like, are you worried? Like, because I have a set of questions if it's really bad for you or really good.
Oh no, I'm not.
You wouldn't shirk away from people not being happy with you.
I wouldn't at all. We will discover the problem. That's part of our ongoing life on the island, is to find out what makes people happy, and if they're not happy, let's remove the unhappiness.
People love that because your approval rating is 73%.
That's good. That's good.
Really good. I don't know. Maybe Kim Jong-un has a higher percentage.
We have a similar BMI, I think.
Yeah, they love you. Of course, they're chill people, right?
That's a good number, I think. Yeah, you wouldn't want it too high. Too high looks odd. 73 looks genuine.
Probably, yeah, and you're not a megalomaniac, so you're not like get it up to 90s. You're
no. My whole thing is about keeping it happy for the majority, for everyone, rather than just me. If you could imagine the type of politician who's just self-centered and it's all about them. They probably exist somewhere.
Maybe somewhere in the world, but not on Connolly Island. So I have to ask, since people love you so much, how should people celebrate your birthday?
It would have the same birthday as Danny Minogue, so maybe it could be something themed Danny Minogue.
Do you want a parade with Danny Minogue's?
No,
impersonators?
No, they I wouldn't necessarily be. I'm not a fan of Christmas, and my birthday, I had a 40th, but that was just more to mark. I hadn't had a birthday since I was 8 or something, so I had a small kind of thing for my 21st, just to, more people showed up than I thought. I just said, I'm going to the pub, whatever night it was.
Yeah.
And a load of people showed up, which I was surprised at, but I didn't have a 21st as such, but no, I think the fairly mild celebrations, but everyone's birthday would be celebrated. Like, we'd during lockdown, one of the things I did, I'd go on Facebook and see whose birthday it was, and I'd wish them a happy birthday.
Yeah.
And I keep it up most of the time now, every so often, like once a day, I'll go on and see whose birthday it is, and I'll go, oh, happy birthday to somebody. Yeah.
I always get very stressed when if I don't check Facebook as much anymore, but
yeah,
if it was my birthday and 10 people said happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, I couldn't say thanks Carl, thanks John, thanks David. I'd have to go, cheers Carl, sound John. I'd have to do something different each time to be like, no, right, I'm not just it's not admin where I'm like, yeah, done.
Oh, like, it's the task you'd hate then. It's suddenly, oh God, I have to do all this.
I have to now think of it differently. Hey Carl, thanks very much. And like, yeah, it has to be something different. So that's why I was like, I need to just stay away from that. I can't
yeah.
Are you sure because it's Danny Minogue's birthday the same day as you? You don't want, like, we can bring in either Danny if she's not available, we can bring in an impersonator who I'm after looking up.
You found a Danny Minogue impersonator. Is it a she or is it a he?
She has a wonderful name. Her name is, and I'm assuming it's her real name, Jodie Kylie Doody.
That's a lovely name.
I do not know. Obviously, this is an audio podcast, so
yeah,
you just have to imagine. I haven't seen the Minogues in years. Is that what they look like now?
Well, Kylie is older than Danny, and Danny is 54.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, Kylie isn't much older. What the? Okay. Yeah, there you go. So we can hire Jodie Kylie Doody for you.
That was that's a possibility. Maybe 1 year.
Yeah. Okay. So you allow the people though to celebrate you on your day. They love you.
No, we just people would have if there's 10 million people, I don't need 10 million people going, hooray for Carl,
I mean, 73% will. You know the way you said you're not big into Christmas? Is there any day you want to make on your island like a new holiday that you've decided we're all going to celebrate this?
I think we'd have an island day. I don't know what the date would be. I think we'd have a nice climate. That's kind of where we are, kind of off Portugal, France.
You have your week of dressing up like Emo Philips for the whole island.
Well, that's just one of the suggestions people might make. Yeah. I think if people want to celebrate Christmas or
whatever, just like an extra holiday. Yeah. Would you decide
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of religion. But if people want to celebrate, if people have their own religions and choose to do it, that's their thing. But yeah, it would be again at a certain level. You're not taking over the whole island with your Christmas. No. Just we might have a population of Muslims or Jews or whatever that you go. Yeah. The whole thing is people living happy. The whole thing of Connolly Island. Is that we would be an example to the rest of the world of look how people can get along if we just do it like this, and then it could take over the world, and then the real stuff would happen.
That's when you really clamp down. Yeah, you start off nice, and then I wondering what I was going to say propaganda, but I don't think you want propaganda. You want the truth. But what is the biggest, most impressive story that your media team puts out there about you?
Oh,
it's the best thing you've ever done for the island.
For the island,
or what have you done that would be most impressive to the citizens?
I think create this world.
You literally created the island.
Well, create how we live on the island. And how we live and how we act, and what we're about. I think it would be. Do you know what it would be as well? It could be an interesting thing to have, is that we'd have almost, because the way we live, that, and we've 10 million, let's say it's 10 million exactly, whether it's a case of people want to come to the island. So we might have a waiting list of people who go, oh, I'd love to go to the island, blah, 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 because of this. And that could be even part of our entertainment, to go, oh God, I really like that one. She could sing, she could dance. She was the one, she had to leave Oslo because Kevin Ryan was hassling her in Hooters. Have you said it?
You're molding multiple stories there into one.
Yeah. That's what I do. No, but it's almost like promotion relegation system where people want to live on the island, and you go, people who've misbehaved, you go, sorry, you've misbehaved. We've checked your behavior. It turns out it's not a medical condition.
Yeah. I love the idea that, like, when it's coming into, let's say it's just the from January to December with promotion relegation, you're coming into November and you're like, God, Kevin's not going to make it. I mean, last year he was comfortable, but he's fallen apart this year. He's definitely been kicked off this island.
No, but you'd be notified. You'd be notified that you're under threat. You're in a difficult situation, Kevin. When you parked and you blocked a whole lane of traffic and just put on your hazard lights, you can't do Tipperary shit over here, right?
And now when I leave, am I allowed to bring my 2 kids, or are they staying?
The kids are staying. What have they done? They're more like
2 years old, so they're
more like Celine. You're allowed to come back and visit them, but you've lost your island status.
Right, so you're splitting the family if the dad is...
No, Kevin. You split the family, and it's your lack of taking accountability for your bad behavior and your hazard light incident and what you said to those young girls.
No, I am. I'm staying on the island. I'm a voice inside your head. You can't kick me off. But for anyone, any parent who misbehaves, they could be kicked off the island. Their kids are going to be kept here. Single parent.
Think about life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They become wards of the state in that case.
Someone would step up and go, look, we look after
not you,
Kevin Jr. and Kevina. See, we can already see the problems those children were going to have in life.
I was working in an office. I was working on the German team, right? The German market is what they looked after.
The match.
And they said, God bless you. I said to them, I went over to them and they said, do you know Kevin in Germany isn't really a popular name. It's not looked on fondly. And I was like, what? And then they were like, yeah, no, it's no offense, Kevin, you're very nice. And they were lovely people, right? I'd been on their team for a while, but they said Kevin is like for stupid people. That's the stereotype. And I was like, oh well, screw ye. And then I said to them, anyway, I'm leaving next month. I'm actually going to the French team. And they went, oh, the French hate Kevin more. And I looked it up, and yeah, the French think Kevin is a terrible name. It's a curse upon their family.
Really?
Yeah, Google French Kevin name or whatever way and yeah, the French hate Kevin. So that's why I will never have a French person on this podcast.
You see, I'm not a fan of that with names. Like in recent years, the one was Karen was the one, and I only know nice Karens. I don't know a bad Karen. I went to college. My ex-girlfriend's best friend was Karen. I have a friend who's married to a Karen. Rachel, my partner's friend, was Karen. All the Karens I know, really lovely. And I just think, oh, she's a Karen. And I think it's a get out of jail if you're a horrible Susan. And and you go, well, at least I'm not a Karen. It says it's not about the name.
Yeah,
but it's unfortunate if your name is Karen. Then you go, well, I can't even complain now,
Yeah.
And I think it's a weird thing. Like there's only one person I've ever known with the name, but imagine if your name was Ghislaine.
Oh God.
There's an American comedian, Jeffrey Epstein. Apparently, I was told that recently, and I haven't looked it up. But it would be an awkward booking,
Yeah.
I know he plays Mar-a-Lago a lot, but
now I'm like, does he actually?
No,
him emailing saying, look, I have a great idea, Mar-a-Lago, book me.
But it's like there's like it's names. I find names are such an awkward thing. So that would be one of the things in Ireland. You're not allowed to reference negatively anyone's name.
You know how there's like tomfoolery.
Yeah, but if your surname is foolery, don't call your child Tom.
No, but I'm trying to get Kevin Handsome going. So if you want to drop that in, I'm trying to tell that to people. Just drop in like, listen, I don't care what type of Kevin Handsome he is. He's not coming in here. Just to get that going. And
no, but you like, that the song, is it The English Patient? I'm in heaven. When you're dancing cheek to cheek. So, I'm with Kevin. I'm
Never
with
watched it.
Kevin. But
No
it's a
idea.
song. I'm trying to think who wrote it. It's a classic. Dancing cheek to cheek. But I'm with Kevin. Or Brian Adams' Heaven. Just change it to Kevin.
Yeah, change it. Yeah.
Find it hard to believe I'm with Kevin.
Stairway to Kevin.
Stairway to Kevin.
Yeah.
There's Lucky Number Kevin. Um,
This
that
podcast has just turned into someone's listening going, God, it's getting a bit lazier in the later episodes.
yeah, but even the name Kevin now with Kevin Spacey, it makes it, oh, that's an awkward one. You wouldn't want a few more Kevins.
Costner.
But like Epstein is a fairly common enough name. So I imagine there's probably a good few Jeffreys out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure they've had to use their middle name or something.
I'd feel really bad if, the guy I went to school with, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, which had a perfectly normal name growing up.
I don't get the whole thing of, we'll strip away his royal title so he's no longer Prince Andrew. Now he has to walk around with the shame of using the commoner name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
no, but I think it's a symptom of a bigger problem with privilege and entitlement. I'm the son of the Queen. You've done nothing. You've done nothing. It's like there was I'll not say who it is, but the gist you could work out if you thought about it. So there was someone famous going to be at a thing, and I said, yeah, I wasn't overly impressed with who they were, and I went, they're the son of, and it was someone very famous, but that's all they were really famous for, apart from being on reality TV and stuff.
Right.
And I went, yeah, they'd achieved what they were famous for before they were born. Because before they were born, they were the child of that famous person.
That's hustle.
That's not, yeah, but is it an achievement? Do you know what I mean? I'm going, you're just that, and I know it's difficult for people. Oh, you're the son of, I don't know, whoever, if you're like, you get called a Nepo baby now and stuff like that. I find it funny when someone could be hugely successful, and then you find out, like, let's say we found out Tom Hanks's real name was Tom Spielberg and Steven Spielberg was his dad. You'd go, oh, he's only a Nepo baby. And you're going, no, he was a hugely successful actor.
It's sort of like he's done the work.
Yeah, it's like Bono's son is in a band that people, Inhaler, I'm not, I've heard them and I think they're good, but I'm not necessarily a fan. His daughter's a great actress, and you're going, oh, they're just Nepo babies. And I go, no, they have to deliver. They look at, And I find that thing of, it's just another stick to, well, that's why they're successful and I'm not. No, that's not it at all.
For anyone who's wondering and they're trying to figure it out, Karl was talking about Danny Minogue again.
I was not talking about Danny.
That's what I gathered.
I think Danny was actually famous before Kylie.
As a singer?
I think she had the initial success. I think Kylie was in an episode of The Sullivans or a couple of episodes, or maybe she was a character.
A few acting? Yeah, did she start acting first?
No, I think Danny was I think Danny was a teenage pop star, and then Kylie got Neighbours. I could be wrong there, but it wasn't like Kylie was so successful, and it's what happened. Kylie was so successful in Neighbours, and they went, "Oh, look, there's another one. There's a sister," and she followed on with the success. But I think Danny had already made impressions on the world, and let's not even Nepo siblings. Oh my God, that's a whole other world.
That's you were still talking about her. I have to ask you, do you allow your citizens to give you a gift? And if you do, what's the most extravagant gift that your devoted citizens give you?
It would be more a thoughtful gift rather than an extravagant gift. Where they go, oh, we know you're a Billy Connolly fan, Karl. Did you ever read this book about him? And I went, oh my God, no, thank you so much. We should have had that in our national library, or something, or do you know the way you like do you like this food, Carl? Have you ever tried this? You go, oh my God, this is gorgeous. Thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. But no, I wouldn't necessarily want, oh, look, I've made a gold robe for you to wear. And I'm going, I don't care.
If they said, here's a gold robe, but you can wear it, like, ironically.
I might wear it for one event, but then it's kind of the waste of money. That's another one of my things. I'm going to come on to something that I don't know if you've talked about before. I wouldn't be selling tat to tourists, and now I'm thinking, do we allow tourists on the island?
Are you not allowing tourists on the island?
I probably am, but yeah, we probably would, but maybe a limited stay, because I don't want to be overrun with people who are arseholes,
Yeah, and the where you set your country, I mean, it's going to be so nice to weather.
Yeah, and it's chill and all that. And you probably have to pay a bond if you don't, but then you'd have rich people going, well, I'm going to go over there, be an arsehole and fucking blah, blah, blah,
It's going to be full of a lot of young 20-year-old lads.
No.
Like, this is Ibiza. Is it Ibiza or Ibiza or whatever?
Ibiza, isn't it? Well, look, however you say it is right. Don't mind.
And they pronounce it Connolly Island. So are you okay with that, Connolly Island? Woo! They can
say whatever they like as they leave on the prison ship.
You have a prison ship now. I have set that as canon.
I walked into your trap there. No, it wouldn't be. See, if there's a party element, there might be an area for parties, but not.
Unfortunately, Rag Week is the same week as Emo Philips week.
It.
No, but that's why they're all like, yeah, let's go dress up as Emo Philips. Fucking yeah.
No, I did debauched to a certain point of fun.
Do you allow your citizens to petition you for a favor?
Yes, that's part of the whole thing.
So can they come up to you on the street, or would they have to go to your house, or?
There'd be a transparent process. So if Kevin said, I need this or I want this,
right.
Blah, 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 it would be public knowledge. If someone wanted to look it up, they go, oh, how did Kevin's young fella get such a thing? Right. And they go, oh, he applied. And they go, oh, I want that as well. But even that attitude then of entitlement of, oh, no, if he gets it, I want one, or whatever, I always remember there was a story about New York, and there was such a shortage of public toilets.
Yeah.
And a guy designed a thing where there was a kiosk that would finance itself. You pay for it, like on the streets, you could build this thing, you pay for a certain size, and it would actually, after a while, once they'd been installed, after a while, they would make money for the city or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they go, these would be self-sufficient, and they suddenly, after whatever, a couple of years, they'd be profit-making, blah, 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 that these little toilet kiosks, blah, blah, blah. And then someone went, oh, no, they're not quite good enough for women. And then we've no disabled toilets. And you go, right. But it says, but no, women could use them, but they're not ideal. They're more male-friendly. And it's just literally if you're caught short on the street,
it's not a
luxury
leave your house and go.
Yeah, and they said, oh, because of the size of them, they're not disabled access. And you go, yeah, but so they didn't do them because they wouldn't have allowed for the disabled. I'm going, yeah, I'm not against the disabled now, but it was that thing of, so they didn't do it out of and they're going, so now, lots of people are suffering. And I think, again, if you spoke to disabled people, they go, yeah, just go ahead with it. I understand.
Yeah. Go ahead with that, and we might be able to figure out something in future.
Exactly. We do a certain amount of disabled, maybe put them near disabled spaces where there's disabled parking spaces there. Maybe we have a disabled toilet there, public toilet in there that's accessible literally right next to the parking space. But there was that thing of, oh no, it doesn't include everybody, so we can't do it. And it just didn't happen. And I remember, I think it was New York, I remember just going, oh, that kind of stuff just frustrates me, that the world, certainly as someone who's ran around looking for a toilet in certain,
are you saying then that you would allow people to petition you for something?
Yeah, and if we whether I talk amongst committee or whatever, we decide, it would be brought to me. They go to the committee and it would come and they go, "Oh, Karl, blah, blah, thinks we need this," and I go, "Oh yeah, that's actually a good idea. Fair play to you." Do you want it named after you? Do you want it to be called the Kevin?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the role of a citizen, right?
Yeah.
Who has come to you, but I suppose he's come to your committee. So your committee is going to, or one of the representatives of your committee is going to come to you, to your house, I imagine, right?
No, I'll go to
your office.
I'll go to my office, yeah.
Okay, your office. You're a nice office, right?
My house is my downtime, like,
some people like to work from home. So by the way, during the lockdown, did you do any comedy Zoom?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was fine. I did one that was I'm sitting at the counter here in the kitchen. I did one just over there that
there's a shrine up.
I could see six windows. 3 of them were gone blank, and I could see 2 or 3 faces. One guy was just not interested, but there was I think there was 350 people listening. Yeah. Well, meant to be on the call. I did about 40 minutes. And I'm performing like this the whole time, blah, 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 to my laptop or iPad or whatever it was. And afterwards, they went, "Thank you very much." I mean, they were all, "Oh, that was great, Karl, blah, blah." Your camera went, no, it was their end. So I was literally shouting down the phone to a few hundred people. And I went,
could have told you.
Yeah, but they'd have to interrupt me and go, "Oh, we've lost your camera now." But we tested it the day before because they were saying our internet isn't fully stable, and because there was so many on it was at their end, and I was just like going, "Oh God, this is what we're doing. If I have to do this, going on." I did a few. There was the weird thing was during lockdown. The first one I did, we had a front row, so about 20 people that we could kind of talk to, and the show finished at 10 o'clock, 10:30, and we stayed chatting until 1:30.
Oh, that's
because
nice.
because we were starved of strangers.
Yeah.
I
like that. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to act as your advisor. What's your favorite advisor's name? First name.
Not Kevin, anyway, because it's so unpopular in Spain and France. I can't have it on this island.
Western Europe hates Kevin.
Yeah, no, I nearly named a bridge after you called Kevin Bridge, and that could, because we would have a Kevin Bridges Bridge.
Kevin. Yeah, you have to put Kevin Bridges Bridge just so people know
Bridges
it's
Bridge.
Nice.
Yeah. That's the kind of tone we set on this island. No, whatever name you choose.
I mean, well, Susan is
how are you, Susie?
Yeah. I'm not going to do advice, but
you did.
We'll see. It'll come in and out. Susan is going to knock on your door to your office. Knock, knock, knock.
Come in. It's open.
Oh, yeah. Hello there, the ruler, Karl.
Hiya, Susan. How's it going?
I'm not too bad. Listen.
Happy birthday for last week. I didn't see you since.
Oh, you're fine. I mean, why couldn't you make my party?
I was busy.
what were you doing?
I was busy. I was busy helping load the charity trucks for the disabled. Susan, sorry.
Charity trucks.
Yeah, we were.
Is that what they're called? Charity trucks, or
we were load up some trucks with some charity stuff for the disabled party. So we, the disabled the party for the disabled we have out
the political party.
No, just an event. We have an event, and we were loading up all the gear, and I just pitched in because that's the kind of guy I am, and didn't feel it was the night to party. I was tired after all the selfless work I'd done for the community of Connolly Island.
Okay, can you make the next party? Because I'm 94 now. I don't have many years left.
Stop joking, Susie. You don't look a day over 50.
That's true, and my voice is spectacular. After the party we had this meeting. So there's a guy called Dominic. You know Dominic. He's actually a painter.
I know Dominic, yeah.
Oh, he's he did your painting. You happy with it?
Oh, the state portrait?
The state portrait, yeah. You and the horse, the high horse.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish he hadn't put the strained look on the horse's face.
He said it's the only face he can make. That's why your face is strained too.
Yeah. Is he finished? Is he painting in clothes?
What? No. He said he said it takes the levity away.
Okay.
Whatever that means. Dominic said that he would like to change things up. He would like designated parking spots for painters.
Okay.
Everywhere. He said he needs at least 4. It's a very artistic country, he said. And painters, unfortunately, they need to get to finish their murals quick. And if they have to park somewhere,
they heavily outweigh their decorating brethren.
Yeah. And the police. So they're out. They're planning a march if they don't get it. But they said they prefer to petition first.
No, when a mural has been commissioned, it's a one-off thing, and he might have to park near the mural for a certain amount of time. So
and he comes back and finish it. You see, he does the horse first in the naked Karl.
No, but we could clear a space and go, this has been designated for the painter who's working on this mural for the next week or so, and then the parking space goes back to being a normal space.
Right, but I mean, there's paintings up the whole time. There's murals up going up and down the whole time.
Yeah, we're not replacing. If it's a good mural, we're leaving it up for a while. So why the other murals would be somewhere else? No, he could have a certain status for a time. Going, this I need to claim this space for mural painting, but not for.
Not forever.
No, he doesn't need that much material, and we're very careful with the ladders. The guy who brings the ladders would be coming in his van.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. He needs him to have a space as well. He can't be waiting for the ladder guy to come up the street with a ladder.
He brings it on a bike, so he doesn't need a parking space.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense. Do you want me to go back to Dominic then and tell him, listen, you don't have much work here. Like once, like the island is pretty much covered with murals.
If we're continuing with the murals, I mean, it'd be more. Dominic has other skills.
Does he? I thought you didn't like him.
Dominic's attitude, but that's his artistic temperament, and I allow for that.
Well, that's what makes him great. Yeah.
It is. It's part of what makes him great. Let's not curtail that artistic temperament that Dominic has, because we don't want to lose some of that sparkling wit that appears in his murals.
No, what we'll tell him is, continue your murals. You don't need a space permanently because you'll be out of that job soon enough, and you'll be doing other things.
The mural thing is more or less a part-time thing. Dominic's near to retirement anyway. We're easing up his workload fairly soon.
I mean, he has started just painting parking spaces now.
He's good at
that.
We've had words with him about that when he did the protest, and he painted every space in the car park a disabled space.
That was ridiculous. That really
but he was made to remove it.
Oh yeah, he removed every
remover. That's part of his punishment for his protests.
So we're saying no to him. No to all the painters. You're not allowed to have parking spaces.
Yes,
only temporary ones.
It would be you'd be able to claim the space in the area where you're doing the work for a short time.
Okay, so
for the length of time you're doing the job, and the designated time. If you suddenly think, I'm going to take an extra couple of weeks on that, you know what will happen.
Oh wait, how long does it take? How long would you reckon a good mural? Okay, his next job is at the local off license on the corner. How long does he have to make that mural on the side of the 2-story building?
He has about a full working week, because all he's writing is "Stop parking here, you stupid bastards."
Yeah, with a pained expression of the ruler on it. Yeah. It's like a logo. Okay, Dominic, he's not allowed to paint it. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, temporary style. I think that's a reasonable solution for your painter problem.
Yeah. Hey. I don't feel well. I'm on the way out anyway. So
you sound off, Susan.
The joy has gone from our eyes. I have to. Speaking of the parking spaces, though, I'll just ask this: would you give permanent parking spaces to any job or any occupation or anyone? I'm going to say 4 out of 50 parking spaces.
No, you'd be able to park outside where you live.
Well, yeah.
I remember being in Jersey in the Channel Islands, and they have a speed limit in there, which makes it funny because there was a certain amount of whatever bike gang called Hell's Angels or something like that, but they could only go so fast on Jersey. But what they would do is get the ferry over to France and cut loose on the motorways there or whatever.
That's sweet. Yeah.
But also, the idea, like I always remember with Jersey that wouldn't be able to house 10 million people, but they had my cousin lives there, and he said on the news one night, one of the headlines was there have been accusations of queue jumping in the post office.
And that was one of the headlines.
That was one of the headlines, and he was just laughing coming from Ireland. Like, certainly at the time he left, it might have been still IRA news. I remember, growing up, and it used to be, watch the BBC News, and it was a bombing in Northern Ireland. Now the news where you are, and it goes to Belfast, and it's just a different angle on the same news. Or in Ireland, whatever political news and whatever crime had happened, but accusations of because it was such a local news as well, which we wouldn't have been used to back then. It always amused me. But that would be a headline on Connolly Island. There have been accusations of queue jumping at the post office, and we've gone into the post office, looked at the footage, and had to ring Dominic and gone, look, you're not that much in a hurry. You were parked on the next street. It's not that far away.
Dominic is a savage on the island.
Well, what we had done is we'd made postcards out of one of his murals, and he bought a load of them and was sending them off to family around the world.
He was trying to sell them.
No, just sending the postcard. It was just a free postcard. Yeah. Putting the stamp, which didn't have my head on it. Had Billy Connolly at one stage in his life as our stamp.
With a pained expression. Again, it's the only one he can do.
Happy Billy Connolly.
But it's the only one that he can paint.
Oh no, but he didn't paint the stamp. He didn't design the stamp.
Sorry.
Dominic.
Yeah. That's fair.
He designed the postcard.
He designed the postcard. Yeah, that's fine.
Was one of his murals, which might have been me naked on a horse.
It's you naked on just different animals. It's very like Putin with the bear and shirtless look. Was it a bear or the horse? Whichever one he was on.
He's on a horse, but there's a bear in another one or something, isn't there? But I don't think he's riding the bear.
He could be. I have a final question for you. Because you're so beloved, strictly on the podcast, I have to ask you though, on your island, you have to figure out who your successor is going to be at some point, or what's the plan of succession. The only limitation I put on this is it has to be someone either mentioned on the podcast, like Dominic or Susan, or someone in real life. You don't have to worry about ages. If it's Dolly Parton, you don't have to wonder, wait a minute, she's like age-wise, how does that work if you you're 90? But just who would you like to have succeed you?
I'm trying to think someone of a similar ilk, who's just about a bit of fun. It's probably time to have a female leader. Not necessarily a rule that has to be men and female or whatever like that.
But just
it's one of those things. I don't know what people have to apply or go for it and run an election. It almost be like, we think you should be, and they're going, oh really? It says, nah, would you mind? And they go, oh, go on. So yeah, I'll do it. A bit of that, but I think it would have to be someone that, even though they might necessarily have chased it or wanted it, they'd have to be capable to do it, because you wouldn't want someone who's struggling and then they go, oh, here, Dominic, will you help me? And then suddenly, you want all those spaces for painters. And let's do that. That they could get, through their naivety or niceness, get corrupt.
He turns the country into America, just full of car parks everywhere. No public transport.
And we're no longer using the euro. We're spending the Dominics.
The Doms. So do you have any idea who it would be or what one would be? Would it be a comedian or a politician?
I don't know. Possibly not a politician. I don't know. Do you know, actually, someone who's passed away, but Victoria Wood would have been a nice I'll probably think of someone later and go, why didn't I say so?
Do you know who gets mentioned the most out of anyone?
Danny Minogue.
Danny Minogue. By the way, Dom's second name is Minogue. Dommy Minogue. No, the person who gets mentioned the most often, is Catherine Ryan. So
It's
I'm
not a bad choice.
Yeah, I need to get her on this podcast because she's always fucking mentioned. But yeah,
you're just obsessed with Hooters.
That's my email to her now.
Catherine, I don't know Catherine well. I've gigged with Catherine, and I think she's absolutely lovely. I think she's brilliant. I think she's absolutely fantastic. She's someone I'd always
followed,
watch and go. No. I'd always watch if she's on. I go, oh
yeah,
I watch this. You know, if she's doing 20 minutes or does it special or something like that. Yeah, I think Catherine is one of the better comics out there at the moment, and she would. Yeah, I'd happily anoint her as my successor for the limited knowledge I have, and
seems competent to do it. You know,
I think she certainly ticks a lot of the boxes in my head of the next person. I think she seems a very decent, fair human being, and I think she'd happily accept the mantle on Connolly Island. Remember, there's a lot of comedy venues.
There's a lot of comedy venues on the island. Are you going to rule until you die, or are you going to retire?
No, there'd be a point where I would. I think it would. The ideal thing would be to be a certain length of time where you have the next ruler shadow you, and you go, oh, just a few things, you know, rather than just have it dumped on you, that you kind of shadow for however long they want it to be. Yeah. So if I say, oh, I'm thinking of leaving, and then it's Catherine Ryan, and it seems so weird that Catherine would be kind of going, oh God, yeah. Just keep an eye out for Dominic with the parking spaces.
Yeah. Every year he's petitioning.
Yeah. It's not, it's not ideal. It's one of the things, just on a general admin thing, I have a bit of a dislike when you're talking about parking spaces. Funnily enough, just reminds me, when they're building houses now and there's a certain amount of, we've only a certain amount of guest spaces. So new building apartment blocks, and there's not enough parking spaces for everybody.
Yeah.
People are parked here, there, and everywhere, and you're going, what the fuck? There's no, and they go, oh, that's all the space we had. So like these
parked
things should
behind other cars and stuff.
Planning on Connolly Island would be a bit more stringent. Going, well, no, we're going to need more. Like, if this is a house and it's going to be 4 professional adults living there, that's every chance it'll be 4 cars. So we need more. We need more. Well, we'd have great public transport, in fairness, but and there's the municipal car park nearby for residents.
Right, you're the only person who has ultimate rule. There are people who've come on here with, I have a space alien that guards me and can fire lasers at people. There's people saying, well, I slowly plan to conquer the world, and you're like, I slowly plan to conquer the car parking situation.
No, crisis. I'll tell you what you'll be allowed to do is have a card where you go, I'm claiming bullshit on this. Is where, like, I remember I stopped there a while back in Junction 14 and I hadn't had chicken tenders in months. And I said, you know what? I'll have chicken tenders, some chips, curry sauce, and a bottle of water. And I ordered at the counter, and the girl takes it and hands me a thing, your order number, blah, blah, blah. And I go, okay. And then she stands there doing nothing while there's 3 other people getting there. And I'm like going, you could just get my food.
Yeah.
That's but that's not her job. Her job is to serve the next person, but there's no next person there.
Yeah.
So now my order, which I didn't realize is joined the end of a queue. So there's like 5 or 6 people who've ordered at the machines.
Yeah.
And I'm just going, I prefer interacting with you, just telling them what I want, let them press it. And there was no queue there. So now she's standing there doing nothing. And I'm standing there waiting while my order joins the queue. And I'm just, in my head, I'm going, what the fuck? Like, just get, I'm not saying, roaring at her, but I'm going, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is nonsense. Like, if the people are there waiting or whatever reason, you go, But they're trying to take the humans out.
Was there any while you were waiting for your food, was there anyone who came in after you to order?
A little while, a couple minutes later.
There was a good distance between.
Good, like I would have been sat down. I'd be on my second tender.
Yeah.
And I'd have been eating it by the time the second person come in. The next person come in. Yeah. And I'm looking for it. I worked in fast food for years. So I it's something I knew, worked 8 years more. And so something I know what I'm talking about. I was a manager, so I can see systems and I can see the flaws in system and what they're doing. And, I'll walk in. I used to, when I was still working in them, if I was in a different city and I'd walk into a place, I'd be looking around. I think they'd panic and think I was the mystery shopper because I'm checking the bins and going, there's no one out in the lobby here clearing the table. I'm going, and they're going, oh, Jesus, I remember actually Barcelona airport, 2005. I know exactly. It was Paddy's weekend. I'd done gigs in Barcelona and I was flying back and I stopped, at the airport near the gate. I think I was getting a can of Diet Coke and a cinnamon swirl thing, and it was on a plate. So I literally so the can was there in the fridge. Now I couldn't reach it.
Yeah.
And that thing was there on the plate. So I said, can I have a can of Diet Coke and I can have that, please? And he goes, okay. He paid, and he goes, okay, wait down there. And I'm just going, if you literally do that, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And he goes, can you just give me the things? And he goes, no, you have to wait down there. That's the system. And I said, I haven't been trained in. And he's looking at me.
Did he even laugh?
No, as if I'm demented. And I'm going, all you have to do is this. I'd already be gone. And he's looking at me going, no, that's the system. And it would have been him. It was still him who'd once, whatever he'd done.
Yeah.
He would go get the thing. I haven't asked for a latte. I'm not waiting on it. It's literally
it's literally just
literally lit from. I can see the glass and put it up, and I cannot compute why he's done it that way. I don't know. Is it inexperience? But it drive. I'm not going. What is this world that he can't just realize that's the smart thing to do, and that I'm wrong. I'm going, I'm not wrong. It's just.
But do you know what? There's some manager who's going to at some point in there go, lads, we're going to have a new system, right? Just for people. We're going to have them do that, and they'll go, that's fantastic. People are going to be so happy. Well done, manager. You've really earned. You've earned your keep this month.
But a bit of discretion at times, and I'm like when I worked in fast food. If someone come back up for ketchup, oh, can I get some ketchup? And it's like 5p. Never charged them.
Yeah, no.
I'd never charged them, but if they ordered it and can I get some ketchup, I'd just push the button 5p.
Yeah.
And make them pay for it.
Yeah.
But I just thought, that the actual idea of, sorry, can I get some ketchup? Of going, that's 5p. They're going,
Yeah.
You're pissing off a customer that way.
Yeah.
And I think, as a business model long term, but the idea that it's 21 years later. It's almost 21 years later to the day. And it still stays with me that your man just couldn't. He was getting annoyed. And I'm just going, that's all you have to do. It's literally, I don't want a glass. I just want the can and it's on the plate already.
His son is actually working in McDonald's shouting, have a Mactastic evening to everyone. And I swore the next time I spotted him that I'd be like, no. That's where suddenly I felt, hold on a minute, I'm nearly 40 years of age. Don't you dare say that to me.
I'm hoping he's taking the piss.
I'm sure he is. But
yeah,
I don't need that to ruin my whole evening. I came in here excited for a bit of McDonald's and he's ruined it.
McDonald's was my playground when I was there. There used to be a cage thing where you put the burger buns on. And you transport them like it's a huge thing in and out. But there was nights we'd put one of the lads in the cage and drag him out going, don't feed the animal. And he'd be like, ah. And we'd be having, we'd amuse ourselves for 5 or 10 and we'd go straight back to work.
Yeah. You have to do that.
Any job I did, I worked hard in, I remember I worked in a medical supplies place, and they started tracking our work, like how many orders we pack up and send out. And I think in a month I had done the most, but because I'd been going away, I was allowed to go away and do comedy. So some weeks I was only in 3 days. So in 3 days I had done more than guys who were in 5 days.
Yeah.
And they got the lads got really annoyed, but I'm going, it's the lazy. In my head, I'm going, I'm doing the lazy thing by keeping busy. You know, if I get busy, get all my work done, then I can stand around for half an hour having a chat. Rather than someone coming looking for it and go, where the fuck is that thing? Jesus Christ. And you're going, oh, and you're running around then stressed. Like I like the easy route through life. And that's why on Connolly Island
you plan to just figure out the car park solution.
There's no podcasts.
What's that do? Is there no podcast? Okay, include your one. Actually, speaking of which, can you remind everyone? I'm not calling you the ruler, by the way. You didn't really.
No. Just Karl. Just Karl. And people would know who it is.
Yeah. You know? Oh, there's only one Karl on the island.
No, but they'd know which Karl you're talking about by how the reverence in which you said my name.
Right, Karl. Nice.
No, I didn't like the way you said it there.
Karl, it's been an absolute life-changing experience.
Seriously, I've had a fantastic day.
You are Kevin Handsome, if anything else. I have that again. Where do people find you offline and online? Particularly
offline gigs, live comedy. Best thing you can do with your life is go watch some live comedy.
Yes.
And online, Karl Spain comedian on. I'm on a few of the platforms: Facebook, the Instagram. You'll see Instagram. There's clips. There's some up on Karl Spain comedian on Facebook as well. Lots of funny stuff. Get a feel for what you like, and if you don't like my stuff, that's fine. But it reflects on you
more. Yeah, it really says something about your character. Just as like an outro. Do you have any wise words just for like your citizens? What would your Spains be?
Even though Connolly Island doesn't exist, we can still live like we're on it.
Oh, that's actually very good. Yeah, that's experience right there. Yeah,
and if we did, the world would be a better place. Just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean they're wrong and you're right. Doesn't mean you're wrong. But listen to people, talk to people, and maybe not agree to disagree, but just go, oh, maybe it's best to avoid that person because they're racist, homophobic, or they hate disabled people having car park spaces. Something I would.
You started off with a pity comment, and now it turned into a monologue.
But let's just enjoy the crack while we're here. You know.
Okay, let's enjoy the crack while we're on Connolly Island. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.
This podcast is part of Podomedy, the UK's podcast comedy network. Why not laugh at what else we've got? Visit podomedy.com.